Ade Dewey Dambala. Give me the power, I beg of you. Who is this? Yo, it's open.
Yo.
Yo, what up?
What are you
What up,
doing here,
Christo?
man?
Nothing, dude. I was trying to get something done, man. My bad. I didn't realize what time it was.
Oh, dude, you're finishing up the latest ToyPunk episode?
Yeah, dude. We're on 28 already, man.
Nice. What are we doing this episode?
We're doing we're finally doing the Chucky figure, the 7-inch scale NECA figure, Ultimate Chucky.
Nice.
Ultimate Chucky, dude. I've been looking forward to this figure, man. It's gonna be crazy, and we're doing August Burns Red as the band.
Oh yeah, what's that album called again?
It's Sleddin Hill, a holiday album.
Nice. It's perfect for the Christmas, for the party we're going to right now. Let's get this done.
Yeah, dude, you look kind of ridiculous in that elf costume, though. I don't know if you should wear that, man. I'll be down there, though.
Man.
I know. Maybe I should change into my elf costume then. I'll meet you.
Santa?
Just go out to the car, dude. Like I said, I gotta do something. I'll meet you down there.
All right. Finish up, man. Hurry up.
Ade Dewey Dambala. Give me the power, I beg of you. ToyPunks. My name is Jordan, and this is ToyPunks. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're doing an unboxing and review of the NECA 7-inch scale Ultimate Chucky figure. I'm super pumped for this figure, guys. Sorry for the late review. We've been super busy with things, but this is the figure that I've been looking forward to all year, back since I've heard about it from San Diego Comic-Con. I think is when I first heard about it, and I've just been super pumped to open it. I think this is going to be a good figure. It's going to have a lot of good action figure photography opportunities here with this thing. So let's stop talking about it. Let's go over this box here. So on the front, it's supposed to look like a Good Guys doll box. It's supposed to replicate that. You guys can see it's supposed to be how the actual box, you can see the Chucky figure, or the Chucky doll, I should say, inside of it. And has your classic Good Guys. He wants you for a best friend with the different collect all Good Guys accessories, showing off his different accessories. You have the cowboy, the construction man, the baseball player, and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And then, like, the sweet thing about this box is it's pretty much the same as the other 7-inch Ultimate figures. So they'd go nice with the other boxes displayed next to them. So on the side of the box, you have just, you know, the regular kind of Good Guys box thing going on here. It's showing the different types of accessories, I guess, or different forms of Chucky. You got cowboy, you got a soldier, you got a doctor, you got a baseball player. And then on the other side, same thing. You have a construction worker, an Indian, and a fearless fireman. And then on the back, you have some sweet pictures of Chucky from Chucky 1, Chucky 2, believe this is from Chucky 3, Chucky 2, and then the Curse of Chucky. And then you have a Good Guys illustration right here. So this box does open up on the front with some Velcro. You guys can see right here, and you open it, and bam, you got a nice picture right here of Chucky with his Child's Play face on right there, and here's a knife there. And then you guys can see, you obviously can see the figure in there with all the sweet accessories. It says, "Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm your friend till the end." Looks awesome. So let's bust this thing open. We are ToyPunks. Oi. Check this good guy out. This thing is sweet. Look at him. So let's go over the paint first here. This thing it looks really nice. The sculpt on the face, it's just supposed to look like the Good Guy doll, you know, before he turns into Chucky. I think it looks really nice. Let's get close up here. You got some nice freckles, some color around his eyes. A little dot there on the right eye. I'm not sure if that's just mine. A little mishap on the paint there, but that's kind of weird. I just noticed that now. But other than that, teeth look nice. The paint on there looks good. Some freckles. the hair. This is the first time that NECA sculpted hair on a Chucky figure. I think it looks good. The color looks pretty decent. I think it looks pretty nice. Moving on down, we got some red buttons there on the good guy overalls with a bunch of detail of all the little tiny marks on the overalls itself, and the stitching going around there painted in white. I think it looks pretty sweet. It looks good. The shirt underneath it looks pretty good as well. Not too sloppy with all those lines in there. It looks pretty much the same. So that's pretty good. They did a really nice job on the paint for that. The back, you know, has got all the print all over that, all over his overalls. The bottom, you have the stripes as the bottom legs are cuffed, painted. The shoes, no printing on the shoes though. I know the other figure has a mold of the bottom of the good guy's shoes. This just says NECA 2017, made in China. And that's really it. As far as the sculpt goes, I think it looks really great. The back, how it kind of is saggy. His, you know, overalls are saggy, and I think it looks really good, personally. I'm not just saying that. I really do think this thing looks great. Articulation. This thing is, compared to the other NECA figures that NECA Chucky figures, I know this thing's got a lot more articulation. You have full movement here, pretty much in the knees. So you have a nice bend right there, so you can make him kneel if you'd like, or make some nice, good, like, running actions. It's got a peg, so you guys can see it. It's nice, and it holds its weight and balances really well too, I noticed. So that's always nice. Makes things easier if you're trying to set up things for display or take pictures. So moving on, we have ankles, left and right. A little bit up and down, but not too much. No ab crunching. Obviously it's a doll, so it wouldn't really have that at all. But you can't like twist him side to side either. And then for the top, you kind of just have basic up down kind of thing going on right there. You can do some splits as well. Arms, shoulders, rotate all the way around, elbows up and down, wrists obviously twist all the way around. And then the head is really nice on this ball joint. You got a lot of good different poses you can do with that. You can look up at a character, or I mean another figure if you wanted to. You can look down as well, the side. You got a lot of different options there. So that's really nice. So that pretty much, I mean, does it for the articulation. So yeah, so let's move on to some of the accessories here. Check these things out, and then we'll go over the heads here in a second. Alright, so let's check out all these crazy accessories. We've got so many here, it's ridiculous. We've got a yardstick, knives galore, baseball bat, straight razor, super secret voodoo specialty knife, knife arm, hands, regular gun. It's out of control. I mean, really, it's awesome. I mean, they give us everything here. But wait a second. Let's just stop for a second. We're missing something. And since this is an extravaganza bonanza holiday special, we're going to bust out our own accessory today and bust out a little Chucky Santa hat. Because Chucky just wants to play and have a very happy holiday. Seriously, guys, how ridiculous does this look on here? It's awesome. We're just trying to do some fun stuff, so don't focus too much on this ridiculous Santa hat here, and let's get back to these accessories. Moving on. Let's start off with the hammer. We have the good guy's hammer. This is from Child's Play. This is from the scene, the first kill of all of the Chucky films, and, well, except for, of course, Charles Lee Ray. But of Chucky's victims, you know, you have this classic scene where he throws the hammer at the aunt's head, and she gets knocked in the head and comes crashing out the window to her death. So we get that from Child's Play. We also get the Voodoo knife, which is a sweet knife, and it's really awesome. It looks great. There's a little sculpt on here. It's got nice paint details. It looks exactly how it did from the movie, identical. So that's really cool. They added that. And then we also have the baseball bat that Chucky uses to knock out Andy. So that's a pretty iconic piece he has right there. And that pretty much is all we got for Child's Play, the first film. Moving on, I think Child's Play 2, we have the yardstick, which is another iconic scene in the classroom where Chucky uses it on the teacher that just doesn't believe Andy for anything. So we have that. So that's pretty cool. And this yardstick here is really nice. It's pretty thin. I wouldn't bend it too much because it probably would crack, but it hasn't warped yet, and it kind of bounces back nicely. I know like some other like thinner pieces like this, like lightsabers and whatnot, seem to get like, obviously this isn't from the same company that makes lightsabers, but you get what I'm saying. You know, these thinner pieces tend to warp very easily, so not too bad there. You guys can see it's pretty straight and looks nice. Moving on, we have some other knives. I believe this knife here, which is, I believe this is Andy's foster sister, or the foster kid that Andy ends up living with. Knife that basically Chucky ends up stealing and uses throughout the film. So that's pretty cool. It's literally the exact same knife. Nice detail there with that. And then we've got from Chucky 2, I think. Well, we have this, the hand factory scene, or the factory scene where his hand gets smashed off on the conveyor machines in the Chucky warehouse. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite accessories because that scene is just awesome, where Chucky basically uses this knife, takes the blade off of it, jams it up into his arm, which was cut off from the machinery at the warehouse, then uses tape around it and has basically a knife arm, and he's just like hobbling around with this knife arm, and it's pretty sweet. So I really like that they added that in there. I think it looks awesome. And I think that does it for Chucky 2. If I remember correctly, yeah. After that, pretty much we have some stuff from Chucky 3, which is the straight razor from the barber scene inside of the school where Andy is kept, the military school. There's a barber scene in there where I believe Chucky uses this to kill the barber, because the barber, I think, is trying to give Chucky a haircut and he's not down with that. So you have that. Moving on, you also have a knife from, I believe, Chucky 3 is in there. And then also the gun from the end of the film. He ends up using his gun. So, and then this huge knife, I'm pretty sure is from The Curse of Chucky, which I'll talk a little bit more about that with the head sculpts. A lot of people think that this is from The Bride of Chucky, but I'm pretty sure it is from The Curse of Chucky, just because of there's no other body here. So yeah, but we'll go over that with these head sculpts here. So let's check that out, and then we'll kind of put some of these accessories in his arms and check out the hands real quick. So the hands, we got, let's take this head off for now, get it in the way. He's not too festive right now. But seriously, let's check out these hands. So you get 3 hands. You get 2 right hands, one that's basically they're both closed, kind of gripping hands. One's a little bit bigger than the other. They just kind of pop off. They should just pop off pretty easily. Yeah, real simple. You guys can see inside of there, just a straight kind of peg, and with a like little ball joint on the top of there. So you can take that off and then put in 2 of the kind of gripping hands. One is just closed a little bit more than the other, and I think that's just, one is kind of for the yardstick, and the other one's more for like the gun and the knife accessories. Then you also kind of get a closed hand for the left hand as well. Same principle, just pop this guy off. Comes off real simple. And just pop him back on there. And fits nicely in there too. Yeah, so then basically you can just throw in some accessories here. And it looks pretty sweet. So let's check out the heads real quick, and we'll do some more accessories, throw in that knife arm, see how everything works. So head, simple, real easy. Just basically pop this guy off. Hopefully I don't knock some lights around. And just a huge kind of ball joint right there. One of the bigger ones, not the peg, just kind of a bigger kind of ball joint. And you guys can see in there, just pops back on. They pop on pretty easily, not too hard. So let's check out the, let's throw this head on here real quick. And these are just your basic NECA headstands too. I just got these, and I like them, they're pretty sweet. They've got a bunch of different pegs on the top there that you can use for multiple different heads. So, take this, pop it back on. There we go. This one's a little looser, I noticed, compared to the other one. But not too loose. Still looks really nice. Just make sure it's in there that way. Yeah, just a little loose, and you guys can kind of see a little separation there. Not too much. Just can't put it back super far back there. So now we have the actual Chucky face, disgruntled and alive. And so let's check out the knife hand, which should just come out right here. Alright, so we're just going to pop this guy off right here. And a little paint right there, but it came out. A little tug. It made me a little nervous because there is a little peg right there and a kind of a hinge joint there. But then we're just going to throw this right in here. And it just snaps on in. Yeah, that was sweet. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean, there's just so many options you can really do with this figure, and this is going to be just a lot of fun to take pictures with. I really think we're going to be able to do a lot of cool things with it. Not to mention too, this thing is about this figure is it's pretty sweet because it's in scale with the other, pretty much in scale, with the other 7-inch figures. So instead of him being a 7-inch like huge figure, you know, he's gonna look nice with other full-size figures. I could grab this Ash figure here, kind of pull out a little bit so you guys can see. Looks nice right next to each other. I think they look great, so it's gonna look really good. And another nice thing too, kind of here is, I think this is going to be one of the coolest accessories out of them all, is they give you a box that you build, you know, and it's sweet. So you could literally have this guy set up in a box with the good guy head and just make him look like a little doll next to other figures. I think it's going to be great. So let's take a better look at these heads, the other heads that came with the figure. Check out the sculpts and the paint jobs on these things because they look terrific. They look really good. The eyes look good. Everything looks good. That scrunched up, kind of crazy, smirky looking face just looks awesome. This is obviously from Child's Play, the original, and I think he looks really good with the receding hairline, and the hair looks nice. Everything just came out really nice. The teeth, everything looks great. As far as the other heads go, you know, you have the original good guy doll. We already looked at that. And then from Chucky 3, this is when Chucky basically gets half of his head sliced off with part of a ride from a Grim Reaper scythe that just comes down and just slices his face half off. And then he's running around with the gun, just going crazy, and it looks awesome. I don't know if you guys can really see kind of in there good, but there's a lot of nice sculpting going on there, and just it looks really good. The color looks good. He looks crazy. And then the final head we have is from the Curse of Chucky, and I'm not sure, you know, my theory, from what I've kind of heard too, is why they went with the Curse of Chucky, not Bride of Chucky, is because the Curse of Chucky, he looks a little more cleaner. He has the just ripped up, sewn together outfit, so they would have had to made a whole nother outfit if they wanted to do the Chucky 3 head, I'm sorry, the Bride of Chucky head. So they went with the Curse of Chucky. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. Not 100%, but either way, it still looks really cool. It's got a lot of nice detail, the stitching on his face, how his eyes all crazy looking right there on the right. And I think it looks good. So, I mean, that pretty much does it with the 3 heads. You got a lot of different options, and it's going to be a great figure. It really, there's just so many different accessories. For the price, you can't go wrong, and I think it's going to be a great, just addition to the collection of other figures. Something I've been looking forward to unboxing for a while, so I'm glad I got to do it, and we got to go over all of these accessories and check this crazy Chucky toy out. So yeah, ToyPunks. Oi. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this holiday extravaganza bonanza episode of ToyPunks. This episode was sweet. I really enjoyed this figure. It's awesome. It's going to look great with photos, all the different accessories. It's looking great. And the music, you know, we wanted to do something a little different. It wasn't necessarily punk, but this is one of my favorite Christmas albums just because I think it sounds great. They did a really good job. The guitars are awesome. It's just a sweet, you know, overall instrumental album. August Burns Red is the name of the band, and the album's called Sleddin Hill. So yeah, check them out, and then if you guys can just give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Twitter, and any comments or suggestions, just hit us up, because we are ToyPunks. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, oi.